John Rhys Davis, and welcome to the Kyle Minger Show.
really like.
Hello and greetings, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube and the world, and welcome back to another amazing Kyle Minger Show video. But before I begin, what I'll be doing for today's video, which you can probably already see on my TV. But before I continue on, if you guys are just new to the comedy show and don't know exactly what I normally do, very good ladies, people who have been subscribed to my channel for a very long time, you guys know what I do. And for those who are just hopping onto my channel, you guys just type in this review on YouTube and you see me pop up and say, oh, I'll tell you exactly what I do on the comedy show. So basically, I just do my big reviews, such as when I go see movies in my local movie theater, and other big reviews I like doing up to Disney Plus reviews, to Netflix, Prime Video, and sometimes I'm gonna try to do some more anime reviews on Crunchyroll. So I'm exploring other things I want to do out there. So just stay tuned, stay subscribed, hit the notification bell so you guys get notified when I do upload on the comedy show and other crazy videos I like doing. I love doing like trailer reactions, to unboxing videos, to theater videos, and YouTube videos, which I haven't done those in a long little while. But stay tuned for the near future because there's gonna be a lot more coming along the way. So today, guys, I know I waited a little long hiatus on this last review for Andor because the last couple weeks it's been busy because I went on holidays last week with my mom, and I did do a review for that one movie with Wes. We went to go see Lilo and Stitch when I came back. So, and then before that, I didn't really get a chance to do. I did another video on something I can't remember what it was, but the last couple of times I've been trying to do Andor, but there's been other important videos I wanted to do around that time period, and I know it took a little long to do this last review, but here it is. Here's my review for episodes 10 to 12, and although I know I've been hearing a lot of people saying, oh, they should continue on with more episodes for Season 2, but here's the problem with Season 2. Season 2, actually, at the very end of the last 3 episodes, it leads up to Rogue One, and there's a freaking big reason for that. Because I know a lot of people say, oh, we want to see more Kaz's story, but that's basically what happens. It's just this is a series of a TV. This is a TV series that leads up from Kaz being when he was just being a Empire pilot. Then he finds out that the Empire is not what it seems. Then he starts to rebel, and then he starts the other members for the rebellion, which he did with Mon Mothma, and then technically Bell was already one kind of already, but then he started getting people to travel to Yavin so they can make their base of operations. So he's been keeping it secret from a lot of people he doesn't know that he wants to trust to, but those that he does trust, he lets them know, it's like, okay, we're gonna try to do this to basically like ruin the Empire, maybe try to lower their defenses in some places on some planets, which they kind of did in some episodes from season 1 to season 2. Then there was some setbacks where Kazan got captured a couple times, and he escaped, which he was in that one little prison in season 1. He escaped, which Andy Serkis was in his first season, which was actually kind of interesting because with Andy Serkis, he was basically he played Emperor Snoke in the sequel trilogy, but and then he also played another voice for another certain Star Wars character. I can't remember which one it is. But and then there's Alan Tudyk, which he played KSO in Rogue One, and he came back for season 2 from episode 9 to now, and it is pretty awesome that they brought him back. It's like, hey, Alan Tudyk, come back so you can play K2SO again. So he came back, and I love the guy. I think he's just an amazing actor. And lately I've been watching The Rookie, and there was an episode in season 2. I can't remember which episode it was, but there was an episode where Alan Tudyk was actually talking with Nathan Fillion, and he was actually just a janitor, and I was not expecting to see him in that show in particularly. And as soon as I saw him, I was like, oh look, there's Alan Tudyk. He's actually in The Rookie. But yeah, it was kind of cool that he's out there. He's exploring other roles, and the other television series out there, and he's been through like a lot of. I think he's been through a couple like cop like drama shows, and then he was in that Firefly show, and then now he's in Star Wars. He plays a couple I think he plays a couple characters in Star Wars too. I think not just K2SO. I think I can't remember, but he does play K2SO, and then he played that one character in that DC show on Prime. I can't remember what it was called. Monster Commandos or something like that. I think he played. I think that's what it was called. I think. Yeah, because I think he played Doctor Frovisis or whatever you pronounce that name. But yeah, he's a great actor, and I wanted to see him last February because he was at the Fan Expo, but I didn't know about the Southeast stuff until close to the end of the day, and Mom and I was like, okay, now we know for next time if we go next year, if he's there, then now you know how to go up there and pay to get pictures taken with certain celebrities. So now we know about that because I got my pictures taken with John Rex Davies, which I'll probably put maybe one or two pictures of me right here for you guys to see. I did like a couple videos like a long time ago, but it was cool. But either way, I didn't really enjoy the last 3 episodes of Andor season 2. It, like I said, it leads up to Rogue One. Episode 10 was just basically Deidre is one of the Imperial. It's like she's like one of those Imperial like security guards, or not really security guard, but she's more like one of the one of the Empire's like board members, and she gets like leaked like information that um that she finds out that Luthen is actually the one who's been um sending like messages to the rebels, and she finds out he's the one in Coruscant. That was been corresponding with everything that's been going on, and she sends a task force to his shop. And then he stabs himself with this like dagger, so he doesn't spoil the information where the rebels are hiding their base, and he had to sacrifice himself in order to not to like let tell her like where the rebels are. So, and I really love the actor. I think his name is Skarsgård. I think it's not how you pronounce his name. It's kind of hard for me to pronounce names, but him. He's a great actor. He's been in Marvel, and there's also his son. I know his sons have been in a lot of like movies too. Like his one son, I can't remember his name by heart, but he plays the clown It from the movies, which I actually kind of heard they're doing a TV series for It. Welcome to Terrytown, coming to I think it's Prime or is it HBO? I think it's HBO. Not sure if I want to watch that show particularly, but if you guys want me to, maybe I would try to like get HBO and maybe try to watch a show and maybe do a review for you guys. But either way, great actors. Basically in episode 10, Keela or Clea is this assistant that was in the shop with him. She just figures that if the Empire's gonna try to keep him alive when he stabbed himself, she had to go to the hospital in order to take him off of life support so he can die peacefully. So they cannot interrogate him when he becomes unconscious. So she had no choice to kill the person that she really loved the most because in this episode there were some flashbacks of her like when she was a kid, and then it shows Luthen when he was like younger. Apparently he was a soldier that was helping a planet from siege from I guess it was bandits or something. And then it shows Kayla or Clea in this event. She was just a kid, and then it shows other flashbacks during the episode of her growing up with Luthen, and then she started to learn the aspects of like how to sell like like they basically like how to sell like ancient artifacts to like merchants to gain credits and money in order to survive themselves. So we saw progress for growing up and taking responsibilities about like about life, about the empire, trying to like overthrow some people on their planets they're living on. This one flashback I saw, I thought where Luthen and where she was Kayla, and I kind of swore that the one planet they were sitting in this little cafe. And I noticed that the buildings in the background kind of looked like the buildings from Naboo. I think they're. I don't know if it was Naboo or not, or a different planet, but it kind of did look like Naboo. I could be right. It might have been, or I might be wrong. It might have not been. But it looked a lot from because the building structures in the background looked a lot familiar, and I was like, oh, that looks like Naboo, or this looks like this planet, or blah 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 blah. I could be right. I could be wrong. I don't know. But either way, but it's basically episode 10 is just basically about Luthen and Kayla, and then after that, it leads up to episode 11, where Kazan returns to Coruscant for one last extraction, and he finds out that Kayla is in trouble, and then when he gets there, he finds out that Luthen died, sacrificed himself in order to keep the secret for the rebels are on Young 4. He didn't spoil the information, so the only other person that knows about that is her, Kayla. So Kazan risked his life to bring KSO and his one buddy from Yavin to go and extract her from off the planet, which they were able to successfully do so. And KTOSL was able to help out with the extraction as well. This one part, he went in the building to go and help them out, and it was freaking epic how he freaking just like was just wailing the freaking. They were not troopers; they were more like just like human soldiers that were dressed up in stormtrooper like battle armor, and but they didn't wear the helmets. It was just like basically, I think they were just like I think those people were just like in training. I don't know, but they were trying to get to the girl that knew the information about the rebels, but they got stopped by K2SO, and it was just freaking awesome. And when K2SO met up with Kazan to the apartment room, and he was like, "Hey Kazan, I cleared up I cleared up the way for you guys. Let's go." I was just like, that's funny. But yeah, it was pretty cool. And then after that, basically in episode 12, they get Kazan returns to Yavin with intel that will change everything. And basically, when Kayla told Kazan about the new information about their new lead about on Coruscant, that the Empire, what the Empire's been doing lately about gathering resources about some sort of like basically didn't know about the super weapon until somebody said super weapon, and then Daedra actually said she got arrested by the Empire because she read some files in a computer that she was not supposed to read, and the Empire found out, and now she's in shit. She got arrested, and now she's in prison. Because at the very end of the last episode, we see her in the same prison place that Kazan was in season 1. So she's at the same place where Andy Serkis was a prisoner, and so she's there and she's miserable and it's like what did I do? I messed up. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So the last episode explains a lot. So it's called Jedha, Kyber, and Ursio, and so basically when he's trying to tell the rebel leaders that what her friend told him about what the information was, they didn't believe him at first, but they got more intel about from Jedha from Sol Guerrera. So they kind of knew, and they know that there's a Star Destroyer on the planet trying to gather like resources and stuff, aka the Kyber crystals. So and that actually and that when I heard about that, I knew for a fact this episode was gonna lead up to Rogue One. But because, and in that movie, they actually go to Jeddah before the Death Star was fully completed until they blow up that one little town. So, like I said earlier, this leads up to Rogue One, and and when Kaz was talking about the information, he got access and accepted to a mission at the very end where he brings K2SO and himself off the planet, go on a mission, goes to somewhere that they have information where somebody knows about where Ursio is, and that will lead him to find what's her name from Rogue One. Yep, that's it. Yep, that's all. But I absolutely loved the last 3 episodes. It was great. It led to the story where Kazan wants to find and trying to gather more intel about where the super weapon is, and that will lead up to him finding what's her name? It's been a while since I watched Rogue One. I can't remember her name. You know, in a second. It should be in Sheshet, I think. Yeah, Rogue One's right there. I think what was her name again? It's just been a while. I can't remember. If I remember her name, I'll just put it on the screen on this video. But either way, I really enjoyed the last 3 episodes. So I think for the big rating for the show for the last three episodes, I think I'm just gonna give it a spot on. I'll give it a 4.6 out of 5. I thought it was great. It really arced up to the end of the season 2, up to Rogue One, and I love how they did it. And I love this. One other reason why I really loved about this show, is this is the only series that we never saw a lightsaber. I know, kind of scary. I know in each Star Wars show that we've had live action, we always see a lightsaber show up, and you know, there's always like a situation where there's somebody battling with a lightsaber. But in this one, we never saw one. We never seen somebody hold one or blah 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 blah. But we did get mentioned about Palpatine a couple times, but not Darth Vader. So it's just like, okay, so they threw some big names out there here and there, and Palpatine was like, yeah, blah blah blah, and yeah, I just thought it was great. Not everything that has some 12-volt lightsabers in each show, but it was just very well done how they did this, and I really did enjoy it. So all the episodes for Andor Season 2 are now out. Don't expect it to have it more come out every Tuesday because it's done. And then after this, I think I'll probably do a review for. Hopefully, I'll probably finish with the episodes very soon. I'm on Season 2 for Doctor Who on Disney Plus with that new Doctor. I'm probably want to do a review for that because I've been watching it a lot more again lately, and I love the Doctor Who shows. I've been loving it since my grandpa got me into it like a long time ago, and I love that kind of stuff. So stay tuned for that future review because it's coming very soon, as possibly as I can. I'll probably do it for you guys probably next weekend, or if I end up going to go watch the new Karate Kid Legends movie next weekend if I want to go see it. I've been hearing some mixed reviews for it, so I'm not too sure. But either way, stay subscribed and hit the notification bell. You guys get notified when I do upload more videos onto my channel. And I guess I'll see you guys next time because there's really nothing else I want to mention about Rogue One or the Andor series because there's not going to be any more seasons coming because that's it. But either way, I don't know when there's going to be another Star Wars show coming. Not probably for a long little while, I think. But either way, if I hear anything, I'll probably talk about it in a future video update for you guys, and I'll just do that. Yeah. So, while you guys are in the world, we're going to have a good afternoon, and catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.